Hey guys, thanks for watching Nerf Socom Reviews. Today we're going to review the Nerf Which Should I Get series, Zombie Strike series, and the Doomlands series. I put that backwards there. We're going to be doing both of these, and you guys are going to be answering in the comments below which one you think is the winner. I'll be choosing two. You'll be saying which one you think is the best. First, we'll start out with the Zombie Strike series. Here we have the Flip Fury. The Flip Fury is pretty cool. How you use it, basically you just prime it back here. It's very similar to like a Maverick or a Strong Arm or something. And you get to pull the trigger. To move the barrels, you just rotate it with your finger here. And it's fairly easy because there's this second trigger here. For the pros and cons here, it's fairly easy to use. It's really nice. It's a nice pistol to have because you got 12 rounds of ammo, which is pretty cool. Also, well, for the cons now, it's just a couple of short things. Just basically, it is a little bulky, and this piece here seems unnecessary. I don't really like it. I feel like I wish I could have both hands on the front grip, but I can't really because there's the trigger and this in the way. So I just have to hold it like this, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so now we'll move on to the next. We have the Doomlander here. How to use this weapon. Basically what you can do is you load all the darts and the cylinders here. You can spin them like so, and you prime it with this here. Pull this back, forwards, shoot it. It also has slam fire. You can rotate, you can move this grip anywhere on here as you want. On the center or the side or the bottom, or even if you are a lefty, you can put it on there, which is kind of nice. To swap the barrels, just rotate it like so. By pulling this back, which is pretty easy. It's a pretty cool gun. You have 48 rounds of ammunition. I believe it's 48, yes. It is pretty bulky though. As you can see, it's just a pretty big gun because it has the cylinders on it. Another con about this would be that holding the gun, you can prime it like this, which is pretty nice, but if you want to do a shotgun spray to have it on the bottom, this is going to be in the way here. When you pull back, and you're not going to go back all the way because the cylinders are in the way, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. What's nice is it's got the shotgun pump design, and you have 24 rounds, and you can have slam fire, so you can get a lot of shots off on this gun, which is pretty cool. So next we have the Zombie Strike Abolisher and the Eraser. These guns are fairly similar, so we'll kind of do a review with them both together, or how to use them both together. Basically how you use it, you load darts in the front here. I don't have any with me here, but you can pull this back and it works just like a shotgun pump or something. You have to pull this back as hard as you can to get longer distances, which is kind of cool, although it is fairly inaccurate when you do that. But this one has quite a few on this gun, and you get to shoot two at a time with this one. Two on the top and to the bottom, so if you have some in the middle, you can shoot just the two in the middle. It'll always shoot two at a time, which is kind of nice. It does have the zombie repellent spray. I believe both of them came with one. However, this one came with a water container, so you can shoot water instead of the zombie repellent, which is kind of cool. So you have an infinite ammo supply because most people have a lot of water. So yeah, to compare these, for the pros and cons of these, they both have really good range on the darts here, so because you can pull this back and you can shoot really far. However, for the cons, they're very inaccurate. And the zombie spray is a little bit expensive unless you just buy your own version or something. And it's not totally worth it. You couldn't play with these guns inside, I don't think. Well, most people wouldn't allow to play inside because of the water and the squirt stuff. So these aren't all that amazing. To shoot the spray, you just pull this trigger here on both of these guns. When you put the repellent on here, you just push it in there basically. Now for the Doomlands series, we have the Vagabond and Lawbringer here. Vagabond and Lawbringer. Let's just start with the Lawbringer. For this gun, basically how it works, you load darts into the front cylinder here, and you can rotate it as you go. You pull this hammer back, pull the trigger, just works fairly simple, which is kind of nice. You can one-hand it if you want, so you don't need to be using two hands to hold it, so you can hold two of them if you wanted. Fairly similar to like the hammer shot, which is kind of cool. This gun has, for the pros and cons, this has a really nice stock. You got, is it 10 rounds? You got 12 rounds of ammunition you can hold in the stock itself, which is pretty cool. I really like that, and it's not too wobbly. You can hold it up against yourself. Pretty nice, which is something I really like about this gun. I don't know if there are really any cons about this. I haven't found anything that's too awful about this that I wouldn't like. All right, so now for the Vagabond here, how to use it. You basically load these darts into the cylinder here. You rotate it with your fingers. You can do it like the same with all of them. You pump this back, you pull the trigger. Fairly simple, just like a shotgun pump, very easy gun. This gun has, for the pros and cons of it, pros is that it has slam fire, so you can shoot 6 rounds pretty quickly, which is pretty nice. It has some decent range. I don't know about the accuracy, but it's got some good range on it, for a shotgun, that is. For the cons of it, it's a little odd. It has all this empty space right here. It's a little hard to load because there's like these odd cylinders. You have to always rotate, while these ones, they're open. You don't have to rotate it. You can just load it from anywhere basically. This one, it has these bars here, so you have to rotate it. It just looks a little odd, and it feels a little odd loading it, I guess. All right, so now to see for the winners, I'm just gonna say instantly that these 2 guns here, the Bio Squad guns, they're not really that worth it. I mean, they're kind of cool if you like to use water guns and Nerf guns. You could do a combination of them, I guess, but they're not all that great in my opinion. I mean, you can get some long ranges with this, the nice shotgun pump design here, but it's inaccurate. It's not very effective compared to the rest of these. So I'm just gonna put these down here. For the rest of the Zombie Strike series, I think you would know which one everyone would rather have, which would be the Doominator here, because it's got 4 cylinders, 24 rounds of ammunition. It's really cool. It's got the nice handle here, so you can move it anywhere you want, although it is a little awkward to use. I would have to say that. I do really like this Flip Fury. It's a really cool pistol. I would probably use it first compared to like the Maverick or Strong Arm. I would rather use this because it has an extra cylinder. But yeah, the Doomlands, not Doomlands, the Doominator here is definitely gonna be the winner of these Zombie Strike guns. Now for the Doomlands series, I think that I'm just gonna say the Lawbringer is a lot better in my opinion, because it's got the nice, you can pull it back with one hand. You've got a lot more ammunition than this gun, which is another thing I like about it. This does have slam fire, but you can shoot this pretty quickly, which is kind of nice. And I don't know about the ranges compared to these 2. You can check out the reviews for that, but I think they're about the same. So I think this one overall is just gonna be a little bit better, especially it does have a nice stock on it too. So now you guys get to choose which you think is better, the Doominator or the Lawbringer. I think that this is a pretty hard decision because this gun is very bulky. It's a little more expensive. It is a little bit more heavy, and I don't know if I would rather use this or this in a battle. It's a little bit hard to choose. So you guys could put that in the comments below, which gun you'd rather have. So thanks for watching Nerf Socom Reviews, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Which Should I Get?